What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the I Am Unchained podcast. It's been a while, hasn't it? Things been pretty busy. Been getting the homestead going. You see, if you're watching the video, garden behind me is doing great. Garden on that side is doing great. Just kind of been living life. Really just vibing. You know what I mean? It's been great. Life's been good. This will be a short podcast. And disclaimer, this one's not going to resonate with everybody, and that's totally fine. But I do hope that everybody gets a little something out of it. So we'll see what happens. If you like it, I'm glad. If you don't, I don't care. So a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. As you can tell from the title of the podcast, I can't be bought. No longer. There was a long time where money was the objective. You know what I mean? Get more money, do more things, have more freedom, stuff, materialistic, status. But as we go through life, especially if we go through life, by the way, I'm doing this podcast out in my yard. So if you hear chickens, you know what's going on. Anyway, as we go through life, things change, man. Your perception changes, your morals change, your responsibilities change. Everything changes, and that's great. I think everybody should change. Nothing should stay the same. When you go through a big change, like I've basically been putting myself through, I've said it before and I'll say it again, my life is completely different these days. Way different. But it's great, man. It makes me happy. And that's another key point to this video is happiness. We all go through ups and downs, man. We all do things to survive. We all try to do the right thing. And I think we all, for the most part, try to do what's expected of us. But sometimes what's expected of us isn't always the right thing to do, because sometimes those expectations just come from the way that people perceive you to be. And I've talked about that before. You don't have to hold the responsibility of being what people think you are, right? Like, just because somebody pictures you in a certain way does not mean that you have to uphold that just to make them happy or not make somebody feel uncomfortable or whatever it is. So back to the title of the podcast, I can't be bought, man. And I say that because as I change, as I grow, I'm realizing that money isn't shit, to put it simple, right? I used to have this dream. It was more of a dream that was painted by somebody else, society, if you will, peers, whatever you want to call it, an external source. And the dream is what? Get the job, get the house, get the wife, get the kids, get the money, pay the bills, have a little bit of fun, and then die. It's the American dream, right? I'm learning as I get older that money isn't shit. And I think in the social media culture that we have, just in culture in general, in America, could be in the world, I don't fucking know. Never been out of the country, so. The culture right now, it's always, or it's people saying I'm better than you, right? Look at me, I'm better than you, I have more than you, my car's nicer than yours, my house is bigger than yours, I make more money than you. And that doesn't get anybody anywhere. You know what I mean? And for the most part, people don't give a shit about what you have. Like, let's be honest. Nobody fucking cares how big your house is. Like, the initial, you got a big ass house, you got a mansion, right? The initial, oh wow, that's a nice house. That's it. That's all you get. But nobody's gonna look at my house and be like, oh Matt, you're struggling. No, we all have homes to live in. Like, nobody gives a shit what you have, right? I'm starting to learn that more and more, and it's bringing me peace. So the reason I want to make this podcast really was because I was faced with a big decision in my life that involved money. Within the last week, I was presented with an opportunity to get a promotion at work. And that promotion came with, I'll be honest, it came with a $6,000 yearly raise. Now, to some people, that ain't shit. Cool. To me, that's $500 extra a month. I'm sure to the average person, yeah, that's pretty good. That equals out to like a little over $3 an hour if you work a 40-hour week. So I was presented this opportunity for a promotion, and I was told that I'd be really good for the job. There's nobody else that they would want for the job. Like, literally nobody else could do it. And that it would come with the pay. But what it would require of me is to work more, sacrifice more, take work home, stuff like that, right? Which is understandable. That's great. You want more money, you have to work for it. I've not gotten to the place where I am because I didn't work. Like, I've built everything that I pictured, right? And I did that because money was the goal, right? Let's do it. House, wife, kids, yard, blah, 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 whatever. So I get that. I understand that's what comes with it. Now, the position I am in life right now, I'm really starting to understand that I'm important, right? Not to be like soft, oh, me too, I'm important also. But just me, like, personally, my like spirit, my headspace, my mental, I'm important. Like, it's not all about work. It's not all about grind when it comes to the things that you're not passionate about, or the things that don't serve your purpose, or the things that you just don't care to do, right? I hate the fact that we all gotta work so much. The average work week is 40 hours a week, right? It's 160 hours a month. I'm not gonna do the math for the whole year, but it's like, that's a lot of your fucking life. You know what I mean? But we have to do it. We gotta work, right? We gotta pay the bills. We gotta do the things. But I think there's a certain point where you can't sacrifice yourself anymore and put the things that you love aside just because somebody thinks you should do something. Somebody thinks you should take that promotion. Somebody thinks you should work more to have more money. Somebody thinks you should work more to put more money in savings. Somebody thinks you should work more to buy more things, right? Here's the way I look at it. Now, hang with me. This is not me tooting my own horn, nothing like that. So I'll get to the point. Just listen. The way that I look at it right now is I live within my means, right? And I'm pretty sure the majority of us live within our means. Plain and simple. When I get more money, I spend more money. I started thinking about this the other day. You know that saying, more money, more problems, right? I never really understood that. I don't think that saying really means more problems. I just think it means more money, more things to go wrong, right? More things to have, more bills, more stuff to pay. You follow me? If I were to get more money, I would just spend it, right? What happened when I got my last raise? I got my truck. I got a fucking truck payment that I don't even want to pay anymore. I'm sure the same thing would happen, right? I would get, who knows, get another toy for whatever, an ATV or some shit, just because I got money, right? More problems. You follow me? Okay. So here's what I'm getting at. I think more people need to figure out what really makes them tick, what really fires them up, right? I've been diving deep trying to figure out what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life? You know? What's my purpose? What really fires me up? I'm sure a lot of you know. Follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, I'm a fucking health nut, right? Like, I work out all the time. I track my macros. I try to do things that are good for my body. I drink a lot of water. Like, people know I've been drinking a gallon of water for 10 years. Like, I'm fucking in it deep. I've never done anything more consistent than health and fitness and nutrition, right? So I've really been thinking, that fires me up. That's the only thing that's been consistent. Why am I not doing this as a profession? Why does my career not involve what I'm passionate about? Am I passionate about my job right now? No. The only reason I'm there is because it's comfortable and I'm fucking good at it. To be honest, right? So it keeps me there. Because why would I go anywhere else and do anything else when it's going to be uncomfortable, right? So back to that promotion and that raise. I was presented with that and I turned it down. Now here's why. Putting everything that I said aside, I really, really, really just sat there and thought to myself, why? Why do I need to make that money? For what? Just to have it, to buy shit? Why? The life that I love my life right now. The life that I live right now is not even the life that I want to live right now. If that makes sense. Let me say it again. The life that I live right now is not even the life that I want to live right now. Right? I love everything that I have. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my dog. I love my chickens. But I want so much less now than I ever have. Right? I don't need the nice things. I don't want the nice things. I feel so much happier with so much less these days. Like, take my truck. I was so excited to get my truck. I always wanted a big black truck. And I got it. It was great. Cool. I would way rather drive a truck that's not as nice and didn't have a car payment, right? And that's not because I'm struggling for money or anything like that. It's because in order to pay that, now I got to work more. I'm taking away from what I am passionate about, what I want to do. I like to work out. I like to build things. I like to create stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my woodwork. I make stuff out of wood. I fucking love it. I could do it all day. I could work out all day. I could talk about training all day. Same with my wife. Like, she does hair, but she loves to create things. She loves to make sap. That's why we have our business, right? She loves to be in nature, make tinctures, salves, chapsticks. Like, she loves to garden. Why aren't we as a society doing more of what we love and less of what we don't want to get up in the morning to do, right? It's because of that I need more culture. I have to be better than you culture, right? I gotta be better. It's keeping up with the Joneses, right? Oh, we all gotta have a house. Oh, we all gotta have kids. Oh, we all gotta get new cars and have car payments. For what, right? It's a picture that's been painted that many of us followed. And now, where you at, right? So anyway, the whole point of me talking about this is not to boast and brag at all. It's to try to explain and get the point across that you need to start doing more of what makes you happy, right? The whole point of my podcast is to unchain yourself, right? Unchain your mind, unchain your body, unchain your thoughts, unchain your perception, everything. We gotta stop thinking the way that we think. It's fucked up. And like I said, this isn't gonna resonate with everybody. But the people that are listening to this because of the reason that I created it, I know a lot of us are in the same boat, right? And I don't want to make it like a male and female thing, but I think a lot of men have that kind of ingrained into them. And it's work, fucking work, dirty hands, calluses. Like, gotta just fucking put it in the grind all the time, right? Why? Even women too, though. There's some women that are just same thing. It's just, nope, that's how you were raised. That's the picture that was painted for you. And then that's just what you do, regardless of how you feel about it. You know what I mean? Now, again, don't get me wrong. If you're motivated by money and that's your thing, fucking do you. That's great. If that's what makes you happy, by all means. If you love your job and that is your passion and you are bringing in income from that, by all means, keep doing that. That's amazing, right? I think a lot of us are stuck in that position where we're not doing what we want to do. You know what I mean? So one of the reasons I pushed that promotion aside, my chicken's over here wants to say hi. One of the reasons I pushed that promotion aside is because I need to start taking more time for me, right? I have a hard time doing that because I feel like when it comes to my personal time, I take a lot for working out. That's kind of like, I need it though. I don't know if I'm making excuses on that, but I don't work out. I get a little grumpy, but I need to find a way to pursue what I want to do, right? So I made the decision, got enrolled back in school, man. Certified personal training, transformation specialist, strength and conditioning, and nutrition. I'm enrolled for all that. Started that. Why? Because that's what fires me up. And that's what is important. You know that saying, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life? It's true, right? I know some people that love their jobs. And I know some people that will eat, sleep, and breathe their jobs with no hesitation because they fucking love it, right? They're surrounded in it. It's their whole life. I want that. And I think more people need to find that. And I think that more people need to be comfortable taking the plunge, doing something that they're passionate about to make those ends meet, right? If you have a skill or you have a trait that you can capitalize on and you love it, then I think more people need to do that, right? Like, I have a skill, but I don't love it. So I need to basically make that jump and make that switch to doing something that I love, because you can't wake up every day hating waking up. I worked with a guy that got grumpier and grumpier every year because of his job. My dad worked for the same company for 20-something years. And every year it got worse and worse. But he stuck it out. You know why? Because that's what men do. You go to work, you fucking grind. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. Fucking do it. Period. I don't know if I'm on board with that. And I get that not everybody can make that jump too. Like, it's hard, man. I've tried to take that jump a couple times. And it didn't work out. But I heard something the other day that said it doesn't matter your wins, it doesn't matter your losses. What matters is the amount of time you get back up and you keep fucking going. Right? And every time I try something, I get a little bit closer to figuring it out. So, to wrap this up, the big picture, the whole point, start taking time for you. Start realizing that your health, your mental health is important too, right? You can't just fucking work yourself to death doing something that you don't even want to do, right? That's a miserable way to live. And I need to take my own advice. I tell these kids that I'm training at work, at my regular job. These kids come on, they're brand new. I'm training them. And I tell them, look, you need to figure out if this is really what you want to do. Because you're 18, 19, 21, whatever. You have a long time to work. I'm 34. I still have a long time to work. You better fucking like what you do. This can be a long fucking ride. Right? So know that if you can do it, money shouldn't always be the goal, man. There's way more things that are important for you and your family. And it's not always stuff. And it's shitty that the society that we live in right now is all about stuff. And like I said, it's not an easy task. It's not easy to get out of it. I'm still working on it. We're doing everything that we can to be more self-sufficient. We make a lot of our stuff. We grow a lot of our vegetables and herbs and medicinal plants and whatnot to make our own things. We get chickens to, get eggs and, stuff like that, because we're really trying to pull back on I don't want to say not being normal, but in today's world, it's not normal, right? To not grind. It's the American dream. Grind, grind, grind. Work your life away. Get all the things and die. Like I said, what the fuck is the point of that, man? Like, I would take some land and some peace and quiet over a big old fucking house on the beach any day. Me 5 years ago probably wouldn't say the same thing. So anyway, like I said, I'm just on here speaking about this right now because I feel like some people need to hear it. You know, some people need to hear that it's okay to make a change. It's okay to stop doing what you hate. And it's okay to start doing what you like doing. You just have to figure out how to make it work for you. And for that, I don't have the answer. I barely have the answer for myself. But here I am, keeping on, and making it work. My chicken's back. Quit pecking on the thing. Anyway, this is going to be a short podcast. I just wanted to pop on here. It's been a while since I did a podcast. I'm not stopping. And just so everybody knows, the link is still available if you need anybody to talk to. You need advice. You just want to fucking chop it up and see what's up and hang out or whatever. Let me know, man. That link is still there. Don't forget to keep your peace, man. All this shit can be taken away from you. These fucking house, cars, whatever. It can all fucking go up in flames tomorrow. But you know what won't? It's your peace inside. And as fucking hokey as that sounds, it's the truth. And you can't tell me that it's not. Right? Money's not everything. Accept it. Move on. Get on with your life. Get on being happy. Anyway, kind of a little sneak preview. I have 2 podcasts lined up. 2 good friends of mine. I've known them for a while. Talk about struggles, life, overcoming, and still staying true to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people crumble under pressure. Adversity will fucking ruin a lot of people. These 2 guys, no. One of them I did a little time with, and he's out doing his thing, living life. But he went through a dark time, man. Just like we all do. But he fucking rose in the concrete. You know what I mean? You know, my other guy, he's been through the ringer. But he's never changed. He's there for his kid. He's there for life. He's showing up every day. He's fucking hustling. He's doing good. And I think both these guys are very inspiring, you know? And I've told them both before, man, I'm proud of them, you know? So I do have some stuff in the works. Those are coming up in the next couple of weeks, month or so. I might have a 3rd one. I got to reach out to somebody and see if we can talk about maybe doing something along the lines of deep psilocybin journeys, talking about some self-healing. You know, we'll see. So anyway, man, just to leave you with something, protect yourself, protect your energy. Your happiness will go a long way for you and your family. It's important, man. Just keep that in mind. Don't forget that. Don't lose sight of the goal. Again, if this didn't resonate with you and you still made it this far, I appreciate you. I do appreciate everybody else that was listening. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my sunset. I'm watching the sun go down. I'm going to continue on finding peace, man. So I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.